Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay. Now, to begin with, there's a link in the description, and it's quite a lengthy article. There's a lot of details within the article, and I'm going to choose not to go through all of the details. I'm going to choose to give you a bit of a shortened overview as opposed to go through all of the details. So we'll start off by doing that. It is in regards to this, I'll call him a scumbag, Bowen Turner, 19 years of age, and he was accused of being a serial rapist. He's from South Carolina. He's been accused of rape of 3 different victims on 3 separate occasions, and the reason why we're discussing this is because he's gotten away with no jail time. He has been convicted, but I'll be clear, he's not been convicted of rape. He entered a plea deal in regards to one of the attacks, and he was convicted of assault and battery. Convicted of assault and battery, so a significantly lesser charge than rape, as far as I understand. I'm not a lawyer. After having entered a plea deal, and the judge decided to hand him probation, so he gets no jail time. So to recap, he's been accused of being a serial rapist, having raped 3 separate victims on 3 separate occasions, but ultimately he's been convicted of a lesser charge, assault and battery, in relation to one of the incidences, and handed probation. So he's gotten away with it. Now, so 3 victims. One of the victims, one of the case for one of the victims was thrown out, I believe I'm correct in saying, by the judge, but the case was dismissed. We don't know why the case was dismissed, or rather, I don't know why. Maybe that information is out there, but I don't know why one of the cases was dismissed. Another case was dropped. The reason why the case was dropped was because the alleged victim, the alleged rape victim, died. Now, as far as I understand, there's no suggestion that her death was in any way related to the alleged rape, as far as I understand. If I'm wrong, apologies. But it seems that she died due to a completely separate matter. So that case was dropped. So there was only one case was proceeded with. He was only prosecuted in regards to one case. He entered a plea deal, got away with, convicted of assault and battery, and the judge handed him probation. Now, people are upset about this because there were 3 accusations and he's gotten away with probation. In addition to that, his father works for the district attorney. So the father was not involved with this court case. He was purposefully removed from the process. However, there are fears, there are suggestions that perhaps there was some level of corruption at play, such enabled this scumbag, this convicted scumbag, of getting probation and no jail time. In addition to that, people are angry because whilst he was under house arrest in the pre-trial period, apparently he broke the terms of house arrest multiple times, like 50 times. The article goes into the details as to provides various examples as to how and when he broke those terms of the house arrest. Now, going even further, because he was a juvenile at the time of the incident for which he's been convicted, he will not have to register as a sex offender, not unless he commits another assault within 5 years. So there's a lot of reason for people to be upset and disappointed with the sentencing in particular. The fact that he was given a plea deal, he entered a plea deal of a significantly lesser charge, and despite being convicted of that, frankly, he gets away with it scot-free. And there is the potential that he's a serial rapist. We don't know that for sure, which is perhaps the reason why I'm reluctant to go through all of the details within this article, because we don't know for sure if he is guilty of 3 rapes, multiple rapes. But I'm going to read through the comments of one of the victims. Her name is Chloe Bess, and I'm going to read through the details here. Chloe Bess, who said she was raped by this scumbag Bowen Turner at a pond house party, decried his laughable sentence, saying that she waited 3 years for justice and she never received that justice. Here's a quote from Chloe Bess, the victim. "I'm extremely disappointed. I feel like no matter what we say, it falls on deaf ears. This feels defeating, but I will not be defeated." And there she is. So again, it's very hard for us to say he's been convicted, but he hasn't been convicted of rape or sexual assault. He's been convicted of assault and battery, a much lesser charge. So it is very difficult for us to comment overly. I feel that's my feeling in any case, but I do feel for this victim. She was a victim, Chloe Bess. So I do feel for her. I mean, if we presume that she was indeed raped, and if this is the justice that she sees, the guy gets away with it, probation, then I fully understand how hurt she would be, how let down she would be. So there are some details in regards to one of the incidents here, but you know what? I don't want to go through it. So I'm just going to leave that. And I'm going to wrap up the article. Again, there is a lot of details. There is a link in the description. Just really wanted to make you guys aware of this case. So it is quite possible. I'm not suggesting that this is the case, but it is possible, and other people are alleging, other people are fearful that some level of corruption has taken place such that it's enabled this convicted assaulter to be given a much lesser charge and to get away with no jail time. Bowen Turner. So I'll wrap things up here. If you feel that this is good information to have, valuable topics to cover, give me a little bit of encouragement. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out some of the other videos, and I'll thank you for your time.